One prompt, one click, and the argument is ready. It seems efficient, but it's a dangerous trap. What you haven't thought through yourself won't hold up under real stress. At the latest, when critical follow-up questions arise, you'll notice, without your own mental effort, conviction is missing, and so is your impact.
That really is the core of the problem, isn't it? In this deep dive, we're looking at how to turn AI from a simple cognitive shortcut into a strategic sparring partner.
Exactly. Our mission is to make sure you keep your argumentative strength in those really high-pressure situations.
Yeah, we're talking about, tough conversations with the board, critical employee discussions, or even those stress interviews with the media.
The pull of getting a plausible-sounding answer instantly is it's huge. But the problem goes deeper than just having a weak argument, right? It's about what this reliance does to your brain.
It is. We're actually risking a serious erosion of our own ability to think critically, of our mental muscles for independent thought.
So if you skip that whole mental preparation phase,
you lack the inner clarity, the self-conviction, and when you face resistance, your presence, your entire standpoint, it just crumbles.
I think there's a great analogy for this. Think about it like an e-bike.
Ooh, I like this. Go on.
Well, if you keep the pedal assistance permanently activated, progress feels effortless. It's efficient in the short term, sure, but the long-term consequences are serious.
You lose the training stimulus.
Exactly. The muscles weaken. So when you suddenly need that cognitive burst for a spontaneous question, it's just not there.
And that's precisely what Daniel Kahneman warned us about. He had this quote, "What people do not actively think through is not available to them when it matters."
That applies directly here. If you haven't truly wrestled with the argument yourself, you can't access it when the pressure's on.
So how do we fix this? How can you use AI as a real amplifier without, losing your own intellectual stamina?
We recommend a three-step method. We call it the analog-digital-analog triad. It's designed to preserve that independent critical thinking.
Okay, let's break that down. Phase 1 is analog. We also call it slow thinking.
Slow thinking, I like that.
It's that critical pre-AI work. Before you type a single thing into a prompt, you grab your notes on paper, a tablet, your smartphone, whatever works, and you force yourself to build an argumentation strategy first.
So you're defining the entire argument before you even ask the machine for help. You have to be able to state your stance clearly in one strong sentence. Is that the idea?
Precisely. You need to answer 3 key questions. First, what is my goal? What effect am I trying to create? Are you trying to get them to think, to feel, or to act?
Okay, goal first. What's second?
Second, what is my actual stance on the topic? And what are my 2 or 3 main reasons supporting it?
And the third?
And third, who is my counterpart? What's important to them? Where can I expect resistance? And how am I going to react to those critical objections?
That clarity then sets you up perfectly for phase 2. Digital. This is where the AI comes in.
Right. You take that framework you just built and use it to create these really precise targeted prompts. This is where AI becomes a true sparring partner.
So you don't just ask it to, write me an argument.
No, you challenge it. You feed it the counter questions you already thought of. You make it poke holes in your own strategy to see where the weaknesses are.
And that brings us to the final phase.
Phase 3. Back to analog. This is the critical review. You have to take what the AI gave you and critically reintegrate it. Make it your own.
You have to decide what actually sharpens your argument and what you're going to reject.
And importantly, why you're rejecting it. That final step is what embeds the knowledge into your own style, giving you that true inner clarity.
Okay, let's summarize the 3 key takeaways from this deep dive. First, AI can generate plausible text in seconds, but without your human insight, it lacks persuasive power when it faces real resistance.
Second, if you permanently outsource complex thinking to algorithms, you really do risk the erosion of your own cognitive abilities.
And finally, to preserve that independent, critical thinking, use the 3-step method, analog, digital, analog. Let AI be your sparring partner, but the responsibility always remains with you, the human.
It reminds me of what Yuval Noah Harari said. Those who permanently delegate decisions to algorithms forget how to take responsibility for their own thinking.
Want to go deeper? For real confidence in critical situations, we recommend Albert Thiel's standard work, Argumentarian Under Stress, now in its 20th edition. Start now. Think for yourself first, then use AI purposefully. Use AI as an amplifier, not a substitute. Thinking and attitude remain your responsibility. Until next time.